The heavyweight champion of the world only has one weakness. If he gets punched in the nuts, he'll get called a liar, his credibility will be questioned, and he'll have to take the rematch. Never mind the fact that he cleaned out the cruiserweight division, beat every champion in their own backyard, won the heavyweight championship, and even knocked out the guy that hit him below the belt. Apparently, none of that matters. Throughout his career, Oleksandr Usyk has never left any unanswered questions in the ring. He's always been respectful, professional, and above all else, the better boxer. The one time he looks even remotely vulnerable, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. But I get it. Disrespect is nothing new for the Ukrainian champion. If he wants a title shot, it has to be in enemy territory. And if he wins the belt, he has to prove it wasn't a fluke. Do you think Tyson Fury would have honored an immediate rematch? Life is hard for heavyweights who aren't American or British. He's a promoter's worst nightmare because he doesn't use drama to sell the fight and he'll take your champion's soul in their hometown. Britain has sent their best men to stop him, but all 8 times they were simply outclassed. Oleksandr Usyk is the greatest boxer of this generation, but with a rematch against Daniel Dubois coming up, sheer power might just punch through the old guard. Usyk's getting up there in age, and his opponent is entering his prime. On July 19th at Wembley Stadium, live on DAZN, Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois are set to rematch for the heavyweight crown. Usyk wants to finish what he started, but Dubois has transformed into an absolute wrecking ball. It might be repeat, or it might be revenge. The only guarantee is an explosive heavyweight brawl. Get the pay-per-view at DAZN.com/Murdoch in the description. And if you buy the card using my link, you can get 33% off with an additional month free or a 7-day free trial of DAZN. If it's anything like the first one, it'll be skill versus power, technician versus TNT. Can Dubois put a stop to Usyk's British warpath? Don't miss the biggest fight of the year. Get the pay-per-view at DAZN.com/Murdoch. England has been a very important country for Oleksandr Usyk. It's where he won Olympic gold in 2012. It's where he defended his undisputed cruiserweight title in 2018. But most importantly, it's home to the best heavyweights on the planet. If you want to be the baddest man in the marquee weight class, you probably have to fight a couple Brits. And Usyk has beaten all of them. Joyce, Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury all have one thing in common. Not that they all outweigh Usyk by 20 to 50 pounds, or that they punch harder, or that they have longer reaches. All of them were British champions. At one point in time, each of these guys were considered the best boxer in Britain. You couldn't find another man in the UK that could beat him. But outside England is a very scary place. There's tough Russians, Americans, and most recently, Ukrainians. And one of the easiest ways to keep a belt is to only defend it at home. Travel, time zones, weather, referees, and home crowds are all tools to be leveraged against a foreign challenger. The odds are stacked against you before you even step foot in the ring. And it usually works. Unless, of course, you're used to it. Promoters have tried to protect their champions from Usyk since he was a cruiserweight. It's why he fought Glowacki in Poland, Hook in Germany, Bridis in Latvia, and Gassiev in the heart of Russia. Oleksandr Usyk is the ultimate road warrior. That's a Hall of Fame resume in its own right, and it was entirely before he moved up to heavyweight. When he did move past 200 pounds, all those same disadvantages were still there, now with the addition of a massive weight disparity. Here's a graph of Usyk's weight against his opponents. Dubois outweighed him by 12 pounds, Joshua by 20, Chisora by nearly 40, and Tyson Fury entered the ring 55 pounds heavier. In a sport where missing weight by half a pound is considered too dangerous to let the fight proceed, Usyk is taking on giants that make him look like a middleweight. 55 pounds. That's like if Inoue fought Artur Beterbiev. And if the odds weren't stacked against him enough, both Joshua and Fury had rematch clauses, A-side insurance just in case they lost. Usyk wouldn't truly become champion unless he beat him twice, which of course he did. 6 British heavyweight scalps in a row. This doesn't even reflect poorly on them, it just means the UK is a hotbed of heavyweight talent. For my money, they have the best boxing culture in the world, and Usyk's win streak has earned him plenty of British fans. Which brings us to Wembley Stadium. I have no doubt in my mind that Dubois is gonna try and take Usyk's head off. He did it to AJ, and now he has another shot at the champ. He was, after all, centimeters away from scoring the knockout in their first fight. This punch could have very well been called legal by another referee, and the controversy is really the only reason the rematch was made. I personally thought it was below the belt, and Usyk's reaction seemed in line with a low blow. Of course, Dubois' camp said he was faking it and he should have been given a 10 count. Is the champ not afforded any credibility? But regardless of where you stand on the punch, the fight's ending was anything but disputable. Usyk got back up, boxed Dubois' ears off, dropped him in the 8th round, and drowned him out in the 9th. Outside of the low blow, this was a masterclass. Of the 8 rounds scored across 3 judges, he won 20 out of 24 on the scorecards. 2 of the judges even thought he won the round where he touched the canvas. But none of that matters now. Both men are locked in on the rematch. I suspect Dubois will try to recreate his success to the body, and Usyk will break him down with his superior ring IQ and exhausting work rate. I don't know who's gonna win, but someone is definitely getting knocked out. Since their first fight, Dubois has had a kill or be killed mentality. All it takes is one punch. He went toe-to-toe in a firefight against Joshua, and at 38, Usyk is no spring chicken. This isn't just power versus skill, it's age and experience versus youth and athleticism. If Usyk wins, he joins Muhammad Ali as the only 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion. And if Dubois wins, he's the first undisputed British heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. Pretty good company to be in. Imagine if Dubois knocks him out, breaks the British curse and makes history in front of 96,000 screaming English fans at Wembley. But if Usyk wins, well, just make him the King of England already.